Do you have a friend or family member who is a Buddhist and you don't know what they think about Christmas? Then this video is for you. December is a beautiful time where you have your Christmas tree decorated, presents underneath, and the Buddha? Yes, if you know someone who is a Buddhist, you may not know if they can join the festivities or even if they can have a present. Actually, many Buddhists have a high regard for Jesus. We believe he embodies many qualities of a bodhisattva, which is a being that selflessly devotes their life to saving others. That's a pretty high honor coming from a Buddhist. His love and kindness that is presented in the New Testament is another thing we love about Jesus and that we also actively try to embody. The way Jesus saved others during his ministry is especially wonderful to us. I always remember the story where a woman was going to be stoned to death, and Jesus intervened in a way that not only saved her life, but also made those who were about to throw the stones look at their own lives and actions. And finally, his sacrifices, including his final sacrifice on the cross, so that everyone could be saved and find their way to God through him, shows his deep love and commitment to all of us. It's not surprising that people can actually be Christian or Catholic Buddhists. There are even Jewish Buddhists. We will talk more about Jesus and Buddha later on in this video. What about the Christmas tree? You may have seen your Buddhist friend with one in their home. What's happening? Also in December, Buddhists have Bodhi Day on December 8th. This is a Buddhist celebration of the enlightenment of the Buddha, and it lasts for 30 days. The Buddha became enlightened under a tree, so that can be recreated with a Christmas tree that many people may already have. We use multicolored lights as a way to illustrate the many pathways towards enlightenment that people can take. Shiny objects on the tree represent the three jewels, which are the Buddha, the Dharma, which is the teachings, and the Sangha, which is the monastic community. And to top it off, we place a small statue of the Buddha at the base of the tree as a recreation of how he meditated under the Bodhi tree nearly 2,600 years ago. So are Jesus and the Buddha different or the same? While they may have similar views and actions, they had two different messages and teachings. Jesus holds the title of Christ or the Christ as a reflection of the prophecy in the Old Testament. Siddhartha Gautama holds the title of Buddha or the Buddha as a reflection of his enlightenment. Buddha means the enlightened one. Siddhartha is the most recent of many Buddhas that have existed over eons. Let's start with Jesus. He is God in human form, and as his title Christ reflects, he is the Messiah that is talked about in the Old Testament. He promised eternal salvation through him to God the Father. He provided the way for everyone to be saved. Christians respect and love him as a Son of God. For the Buddha, he is not a god, but a human just like any of us. Through his own efforts, he became enlightened to the true nature of ourselves and our world. He then became a teacher. He promoted internal salvation or self-realization through achievement and enlightenment, which allows us to realize our true nature, which is nirvana. This is something you achieve in the here and now in our world. He is respected and loved as a teacher and not a god. He is not an idol to be worshipped. He promoted his teachings, not himself, in order to help others. You may see Buddhists bowing to a statue or painting of the Buddha. This is done out of respect and not worship. In many Asian countries, bowing to a teacher is seen as respectful, and that same action is taken with the Buddha for his teaching he has given us. Thank you for watching. You can find a link to my articles on Buddhism and Christmas in the description of this video on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel so you can get notified of new Buddhism videos.